Now, this is something I think you all can download and then probably listen to it every day. And then before going to sleep, this binaural beat rhythm induction with the golden ratio is something very beautiful with 131 hertz on the left side and 132.618 on the right side. So this is something very unique. And then I did listen to this particular, it really, activates a lot of things when you start listening to it. And because I was talking about golden ratio, I came across this particular binaural bit. Before this, I didn't know about it, but it's good that I'm sharing with you all that you also can download this particular thing. It's on the YouTube and then start listening to it. Now, coming to from the golden ratio, I'm coming back to the structured water, because we on this platform, definitely we are looking at water, terahertz resonated water. Now, what is the goodness in this is what you see there is when you look at the structure, there is a uniformity in the structure. This is something very, very, it's nice to see. That's on one side. But when you look at the structure at the micro level, wherein through the microscope, it's a very beautiful design wherein there is a sequence, there is a pattern, there is a repetition of the same thing. It's in a linear pattern. So when a molecular structure of a structured water is particular way, what you see here, that means your body also is already manufactured to be in a particular structured form with the golden ratio. With the golden ratio, our body cells are already existing. So when you are going to give a water with a structured formula, what will happen? That is where you call our terahertz resonated water or the frequency as live water. When you say it's a live water and it's a live resonator wave, that means a wave which is in balance with your body. So what happens? Your body will absorb this water much more easily than a water which is not structured. So our terahertz resonated water is a structured water. Very easy to understand. It is a structured water. So when you see what happens is when you're born, as a newborn, what happens is the water molecules in our cells are aligned in a single life. Our body even converts any water we drink. See, this is something very beautiful. When you're a baby, you drink a milk, it is already, when it goes inside, it converts to a structured milk, and then it gets absorbed very easily. And when you give some water also, the body can do. Now, why is this technique of converting the body naturally to a structured water, which was happening before? Today, you and I at 50 years, we are not able to do that. Why is that? Then we need a structured water. Externally, we need a resonator, and we need to resonate the water, and then we drink it. Why is that? Because most of us, as we age, definitely the ability to convert this is slowed down. Why? Because the amount of water we drink also is decreasing, number one. Number two is because we have so much of toxins, so much of radiation, so much of electromagnetic fields and waves, which is all bombarded in our system. So automatically the natural mechanism which is supposed to be there in our body, that's deteriorating. And the nutritional aspect, if you look at the nutritional aspect, 20 years ago, if you were to eat probably 1 kg of spinach, you may be probably getting around 200 grams of vitamin B12. This is an example I'm giving. But today, the same 1 kg of spinach, if you're going to eat, I don't think you'll be getting 200. You'll be getting only 50 grams of the vitamin B12. But you're eating the same 1 kg of spinach. So something like that, our soil is losing a lot of nutrients, and our soil is losing the original capacity to give nutrition to the plants, and the same strength, it is not available now. That's why they are using a lot of chemicals to give to the plant the required nutrition. But chemicals in a way may not be good enough to give you the same nutrition as before. But definitely it will look just like our chickens, what we eat. Those days, your normal chicken, when you rear it, will take 1.5 months. That means 6 weeks it will take. But the same chicken today you see in the farm, they can grow it within 3 weeks. So they have reduced the time by 50% of it has been reduced, and then the same chicken is produced for you. When you eat these kind of chicken, what is happening? Definitely there is a chemicals which has been injected in the form of an antibiotic, in the form of steroids. So when they do this, automatically that when you eat, it is definitely a slow poisoning, and that is where today's children, when you look at them, a lot of girl children, they are having monthly menstrual cycle. And the other problem is they mature very early. Last time they used to mature between 12 to 14 years or 15 years. Before that, they used to get mature. But today you see a 5-year-old also getting mature, 8 years old getting mature. Why is that? Because there is some hastening process happening inside our body, which is not natural. But what happens is when you have a structured water, what can happen is, as you see the aquaporins down there, the water molecule which was invented by these guys, Peter Agre. Now, this is all an invention, and this is all a science which they said that the water molecule, when it is linear, it goes inside the human cell much more easily. Now, saying that, when you have a structured water and when you drink a structured water, what happens? Can you see the picture here? Before treatment, it is all clumped there. But after treatment, all the cells become hydrated, and then, which I think Mr. Eddy is doing this job, wherein the Rowley formation, we called it as clumping, is called Rowley formation. But when they're healthy, the cells will be separate and they won't be in the form of clumping there. So what happens when you can have these kind of individual cells? That means hydration is good, number one. Number two, the oxygen carrying capacity of the cells also is much better. But here I would definitely give you another additional feature, saying that if you have a low iron content, your RBCs will not be able to carry the oxygen, because the iron is the one which carries your oxygen inside your cells there. So it's not just drinking water alone is going to help you. So there is a lot of other factors which plays a very, very important role in terms of when you are talking about oxygen carrying capacity, hydration, nutrition, then the balancing of our electromagnetic fields, then removal of heavy metals. All these play a very important role. So in that way, on the right side, when you see a person who is drinking a normal water, is on the left side, what you see, the energy exposure, which you can check it on your GDV camera. And you can see some irregularities there on the left side here. But the same person, after drinking a resonated water or a structured water, what happens is the energy is much more stable. This is what is something beautiful actually. So when terahertz resonated water, I think there's one beautiful person from Singapore. He has done a lot of research on those energy fields, because he has a GDV camera, and then he did mention that he could take photographs before and after and then see a lot of changes in the auric field. So this is something scientifically can show the people that after you drink our terahertz resonated water, there is a change in your energy fields. It has been shown. So in life, what happens is you definitely need to understand that we must go with nature and the golden ratio. We all have to work on it. And when you're talking about the golden ratio and the nature, we all should do that. Why? Because it makes it easy for you to walk your life. When you are with nature, things are easy. And when you have a particular goal in life, it is much more easier to achieve when you are in blend, in tangible situation, in tandem with the nature. Your goal achievement is also much more easier, and you have your own pace of speed to walk on the journey. So every human on this planet Earth, we all have our way of walking. We all have our own, I would say, blessings. So when you consider everything as a beautiful blessing, and then when you walk, your journey becomes much more easy. And when you have your own discipline to move forward, life is much more easier. Now, when I say discipline, I would always request that we need to blend with nature. We need to be with nature. Now, many times you will be asking, how are we going to know? How do we blend with nature? One of the simplest exercises: walk on grass. Go to the place where there are a lot of trees, hug a tree, be with nature, be with the birds down there, watch, observe, look for a beautiful sunrise and visualize that, and then see how beautiful the sunrise is, and the birds, flying early in the morning. and you can go to a beach and then see how the waves are coming down. And all these are all, when you do, you calm down. When you calm down, what happens is the advantage is your energy fields will enhance automatically. When your energy fields enhance, your downloading capacity from the universe is much, much higher. That's why when you go for a holiday and you come back, you feel refreshed. Why? Because you're always with nature. But if you're going on a holiday and then it's so busy that you don't even have time to relax, then it will be a stressful holiday for you. So always whenever you plan, it should be something relaxing and you should be able to enjoy. Saying that your specific needs will be fulfilled as long as you are with nature, automatically your journey will be much more beautiful. So saying that the idea is to make it convenient. So why do we have to be with nature? Why should we talk about golden ratio? Is our journey, we need to make it convenient. And when you're talking about golden ratio of your life, what happens? Many times we do not know. Just like in the split road down there, like this person looking at where do I go, left or right? I would always say, go with nature, go with the nature. Now, it requires a lot of discipline. You need to understand how the nature works. For this, you need to observe. You need to observe your birds. You need to observe your animals. You need to, even an ant, when you see an ant, how well it works. It's something very, very so beautiful that the ant is so small, but it is so disciplined. Have you seen an ant, carrying your sugar or whatever it wants to carry? It all goes in a line. We are the only human beings where we break the law. When we are supposed to follow a line, we don't follow. We want to just break the line and go in front, and we all have our own reasons to do that. So what I say is, if you want to follow the golden ratio of your life, you need to discipline yourself. You need to dedicate what you want to do. It could be even terahertz business, what you're doing. You need to discipline yourself. What you need to do, what you are going to do, everything has to have a protocol. Then perseverance. You need to have a focus in life. All these you can put it into your terahertz business, and then you need to have the wisdom to decide what is right, what is wrong, what is the information we are all sharing on this platform. Write it down. Many of you may be writing down, I wouldn't know, but it's always you write it down. Then when you want to know more about it, whenever we post back after the recording is done, I post it in my YouTube channel. You can go back there, listen to it. If you don't understand, listen to it. Maybe 2 times, 3 times, you need to listen to it. See, this is how we all learn in our life. In fact, I'm so happy to present to you today's golden ratio, because I have been studying for this particular golden ratio from yesterday. I've been looking at the internet, picking up some information, looking at YouTube, picking up some information. Then I'm understanding what photograph I need to put and what is the message I need to give to you. I'm learning, I'm reading, I'm doing something. Now, when I'm doing, my knowledge gets upgraded. I feel so happy about it. So for you to get into this, even terahertz water, you need to have appropriate knowledge. So once you understand the nature, everything falls in place. Now, once you understand that our resonator and the resonated water is something like a structured water, it's easy for you to speak to people. You can always talk to people. Hey, do you know what is structured water? Okay, structured water, this. These are the qualities of it. Now, are you drinking this particular water for you? If you are not, please try this. And please do, when you talk to those people, you can very boldly say it is a structured water. Because when you look at the structure, it is a linear one. So what happens is the benefits what people have been getting all the while in the past 3 years is so many testimonies are available, so many skin diseases, so many diabetes are coming, so many benefits in terms of the skin lesions have been improved. I personally in my clinic, we use our terahertz resonated water. So the wound healing is much, much faster. So when you are talking about nature, you should know, you should be so confident that when you talk to people, they should be able to understand. Of course, there will be people will be asking you certain times a question which you wouldn't know. It's okay. What you tell them is, I'll get back to you. But what you need to do is, if you're telling them you're getting back to them, you better come back, read, or ask your upline, ask the leaders, ask the right people. Okay, I'm looking at this particular information. This is the question this particular person has asked me. I need information. You can talk to the company also. So there are a lot of things you can do a homework wherein you can pick information and then give it back to your customers. Now, when you're talking about golden ratio, GR is basically, I'm talking about golden ratio. When applied in our day-to-day life, everything falls in place. So it's something which you and I don't need to do anything extra. When you're in that ratio, everything starts falling in place. And of course, on this planet, in this universe, when the universe is, what's happening? User is functioning at a particular pace, we should respect and follow the law of nature. This is what we human beings have to do. And this is what every human being has to do. But in this universe, 80 to 90% of the population do not follow anything what the nature has given. They all do against the nature, and that is when they suffer. So here what happens is you need to practice certain things which you need to respect nature, you need to be with nature, and then create an awareness. So once you create an awareness, people will see you, hey, what this particular person is doing. Automatically, you will be able to tell them that whatever you're following is something to do with nature. So of course, the benefits is definitely always there. When the benefits are there, definitely why not follow it? It's always good to follow a particular methodology and then get the benefit from nature. So when you're talking about nature, then you